Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 25 of the Image Comics of Transformers. Now, we're pretty much on issue 25, and obviously the new writer for the series now is Robert Kirkman, who also worked on Invincible. And after going through issue 1 to 24, and now finally getting into issue 25, I can see where the change of tone, stories, and ideas will be a lot different from the older run, where it was trying to be what I think the live-action Transformers movies for Michael Bay wanted to be. Well, here it's meant to be more like a Saturday morning cartoon, but more aimed for young adults. And the story starts off with Megatron saying, "I look upon you, expecting to see warriors strong enough to help me achieve victory I swore to acquire for my Decepticons. Instead, I see feeble simpletons, a constant piece of embarrassment." And we see right away that, yeah, Megatron is not only furious about their defeat, but he's like that sort of soccer coach captain who calls them out for being pathetic and weak, and saying, "What has become of us? Look at what pieces for a Decepticon stronghold now." And obviously showing that the Nemesis is now in further ruins, and Megatron now seeing further embarrassment that they've been reduced to mere numbers, and even addresses all of his team's failure, calling out all their flaws, problems, issues, and so forth, showing that Megatron is a leader, calling out his team for simple errors and problems that he could easily fix and help with. And right away, even is more furious with Starscream, as he had Optimus in his sight, but messed it up. And of course, pounds him so much that he reduces him to basically further damage, and even has him thrown with the other destroyed Decepticons, and even makes it clear what the Decepticon is. And despite the others thinking it's domination and all that, to Megatron, it's his deluded mindset on peace to unify Cybertron and free it from the Autobots. And this just shows you how twisted, deluded, and even unethical Megatron is, and even throws him into the pits with other destroyed Decepticons. And this just shows you that Megatron is making it clear that they will have peace through tyranny, just showing you how deluded, also showing you how Megatron thinks peace is through that, even though peace is through peaceful solutions, like talking, wisdom, and so forth. And they all chant saying, "Yes!" And they all say his name, Megatron. And we even see Starscream in the pit with Frenzy, Astrotrain, as well as Reflector, symbolizing all the Decepticons that got killed by Starscream, or were basically victims through his poor leadership and that, and even showing Starscream still alive. And we see the new art style now, with Optimus saying, "Such destruction." And here, Optimus talks with a young child, and even shows how much of a leader Optimus is. He's willing to talk to people. He's willing to show that he does care in that. And even Optimus believing that he prefers to believe anything can truly be bad, only misguided. It shows you Optimus does want to see the good in things, but what he's seeing is a reflection of himself. And we see how the other Autobots are working hard to try and salvage the damage the Decepticons have caused. And as soon as they think they found another victim, turns out Soundwave survived, and of course they have to keep him from hurting further harm. But now that Soundwave's on his own, they have to subdue him quickly from getting back to Megatron. And after Optimus pins him to the ground, he even makes it clear, "Do yourself a favor and stay down. Restrain him. He's our responsibility. We'll take him back to our base." And we even see how even Ratchet has to point out, yeah, now it's an empty cave without the Ark in, but they have to subdue him. They know it's their responsibility, and so forth. and Ultramanus decides to accompany Wheeljack to try and help out. An army general meets up with Optimus, offering partnership and so forth, and even Optimus is a little sketchy, but knows this is their best option. But after Wheeljack goes further investigation from further down the arc, and even Ultramanus and Jazz wonder when he will be coming out. And we see how Wheeljack gets inspired by some dinosaur skeletons, confirming that Grimlock and the other Dinobots will come into formation. And after the cave-in happens, the arc is back to where it is. And so they go in, wonder what's going on, and Jazz says, everything seems back to normal. Sure does. What happened? And right away, we see how Optimus makes it to the whole location, and we see right away that he's planned to show the sort of secret underground base, Shadow Watch, to show off where it is, and even sees that all the helicopters and that are just for show, and Optimus is starting to question if this is really the right choice. And after transforming into a truck to get down to Shadow Watch through the elevator, Optimus finds out two of his other teammates, Bulkhead and Mirage, have been found. Turns out, yeah, Bulkhead was found in the year of 1906 by Teddy Roosevelt, and Mirage found at the bottom of the ocean in 1936. And they are trying to find a way to kind of more about them, but Optimus knows it will be risky to try and get them back, but turns out they do have the resources to bring both of them back. And turns out Optimus is met with the head of Shadow Watch, Miles Mayhem, who's obviously meant to be from the whole Masked Crusaders cartoon, saying, "Pleased to meet you, big guy. It's Optimus Prime." And right away, even Optimus isn't really too sure about Miles Mayhem, not only by his name, but seeing what kind of person he might be. And meanwhile, in the arc, while subduing Soundwave, they do some further investigation to see what's going on. And right away, turns out Thundercracker was in the arc, but even saw monstrosities that he had no idea about, confirming it was Cobra-La, and saying, "Where did we go?" And turns out back on Cybertron, not only is Alita furious at Cliffjumper for taking Shredhead away, but losing their ace card. We do see how Blue Streak does try to calm Alita down, but it's clear at this point, due to the war, due to everything that's happened on Cybertron, Alita's lost all sense of reason and has gone to this point where she wants to believe she's in the right. And even makes it clear, but where is our leader? And even makes it clear now that Optimus is no longer their ally, he's now their enemy. And you can even tell, even Cliffjumper, Blue Streak, and Blur are now horrified seeing how far Alita has lost all sense of reason. She's gone to this point that she's becoming too far gone by her ideals, mindset, and corruption to see all reason. And this is the story. So I feel issue 25 is definitely doing what I think a story needs to be done by a new writer, showing a different premise, a new game changer, new storyline, and different tone, symbolising that Robert Kirkman's run is going to go for the more G1 cartoon feel, but being a lot more serious and a little more edgier, like Invincible did with its cartoon, but having moments to show to be a bit more realistic. It's a good issue, definitely starting where it needs to be, so it still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Book Reviewer here, signing out.